Good morning, everyone. We are out prospecting again today, and what we're doing is we're at the bottom of two mountains in a valley, and both the mountains have mineral showings on top. One's silver, one's copper, silver, gold. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be following the creek all the way up, checking some of the side creeks. This is our 2-week project. We're going to be looking at a pretty big stretch of this creek. This right here is actually a side creek branching off, and you can see how oxidized the rock is. You have argillite and schistose rock here, and you have multiple quartz stringers all throughout. Most of these are barren, but we're hoping to find the odd ones that are filled with minerals. So let's get prospecting and head over to the other creek. Alright, so big hunk of quartz. There's a lot around here, and here is the main creek we're going to be going up. You can see an old hunk of metal wire down there. This mountain was logged about 70 years ago, and that's when they found the showings. Since then, there hasn't been any work on the mountain behind me, and this creek, as far as we know, has never been prospected to any extent. So let's get to her. All right, we've got a pretty large quartz vein running through the creek here. Multiple quartz veins. This one being the largest. Portions of it are oxidized. We're going to chip away at it for a couple minutes, see if we can see anything. And if we find anything, we'll be doing some assays for sure. We'll probably do a pan or two as well. Alright, so I'm just checking out near this quartz vein, and I noticed some specks, and all along in here some more shiny little specks, and they're very, very small. But over here, you can see this right here. You have a small little vein which looks like it's actually native silver. We're going to try and get a sample. There's a few of these, really small. Definitely not anything that will be profitable to mine, but it's a good indication of what we're looking for. So we'll see if we can get a sample from here. The quartz vein, we hammered away a bit, and it looks more or less barren. There you have another little small little vein of your silvery metal. We'll have to take a piece out to look at it under a jeweler's loupe to see if it's actually native silver, but I'm positive it is. So we're going to do a pan now, see what else we can find. Alright, so we removed some material from cracks and crevices all over here, and all along the banks up there, in between the moss. We did get a little moss in the pan, but what can you do? So this is our material, and we are going to pan it out and see if we can find anything. Some black sand, a little bit of it looks like pyrite. Then you have two specks right there of what looks like gold, and then there's a speck of something silver there. Alright, let's continue on. Alright, so here's the quartz vein we've been chipping away at. We found a couple samples with minor amounts of mineral. Little bits of pyrite. And you have a little bit of native silver in there. So we're going to chip away and try and find a little bit better sample to send in for some testing there. All along the contact zone right there. Alright, so we got our sample. It's about 40 grams, so we'll send that one in for testing. We'll do silver, gold analysis on it. So we're going to move on now. I just got to get a hold of my prospecting partner. We have this new system. I use a whistle and he runs. Alright, before we go, we got 3 more small samples. We're going to include this from the last sample. Now let's head on. Alright, so it's pretty hard to get by the waterfall area up there, so we decided to come up on an old logging road and head up and then go all the way around and down. So we found a few samples along the logging road that we'll show you. We're going to send these in for testing. So these are just grab samples from the road, broke them open, and this is your first sample right here. So you got pretty extensive pyrite mineralization, coarse grain pyrite. And then on your second sample, we found 10 meters away from this last one, you have more solid mineral. Again, coarse grain pyrite. And then a third sample right here that we found, and this was about 50 meters away, and we're going to hammer it open and see if it has anything inside. So little bits of disseminated mineral. Again, more pyrite mineralization. And more there. So we have 3 samples. We're going to combine them all into one and send them in. They look like the same rock type, so they're probably from the same outcrop, which will be somewhere along this logging road. And we're going to go look for that at a later date. So we don't have much time left today, so we're going to end the video here. And we're going to keep prospecting the creek tomorrow, the next day, and for the next week or so. So we'll keep showing you videos of that. Post the assay results after. So stay tuned for that. And have a good one, everyone.